Hello everyone, Jamarcus here. Let me fix my dimensions. And I'm here with the semifinals of SPDA Master Ball Season 2. We faced off against Mega Mando, who I have not played in quite a while. We last played in my first ever league, about like 8 months ago. It was later in the season, maybe 9 months ago. And I got the better of him last time. But he's a very strong player. It's probably the closest game I had back in that season. So, the horses, tough matchup. Webb's kind of scary. Kamala, really good into Spectre. Gambit's also quite strong as well because it's a ghost resist that is not weak to Draining Kiss. Wisp looks fantastic though, really free to click Wisp. And for a long time I had Farigiraf as my win condition on the team with Double Dance because the psychic resists are not good in the Terra Blast fighting for Gambit, but it just did not work out in the few mocks that I did. So last minute I switched to Terra Leaves as a more standard win con, which just like Terra Fighting and Psyblade, the same set, it just has sub SD instead with booster speed. But let's look what I brought here. So Max SPDF Lando. There's a Raging Bolt, there's a Lando. Need some SPDF. That's what he's here for. It also kind of helps for Diancie, but I don't like taking Moonblasts, Terra Fairy Moonblasts very much at all. Spectre, a bit of a weird set. Wisp Hex with Foul Play because it does the most damage to Kamala, and it's also nice for revenge killing, like Ogerpon mostly. And then Sub for Sucker Punch shenanigans. Keldeo, pretty much offensive boots attacker. I have Baton Pass instead of Flip Turn because of Water Absorb. And then Vacuum Wave is nice for priority as well. Keldeo's really bad this matchup, to be honest. It struggles into AV Bolt. They have an immunity for both my dual stabs. I thought about bringing Air Slash because it hits both of the immunities super effective, but it felt a little gimmicky. And it leads to predictions, and I wanted the pivot move, I wanted priority, and I wanted my dual stab, so I couldn't really fit it. I had it over Baton Pass at one point, but I thought I wanted the pivot move more, just because Keldeo forces a lot of switches, at least I think, with Gambit and Lando. So having Baton Pass is nice for that. And then obviously not being flip turning into the Water Absorb mod. Crown. I had Specs at first because I was scared of lead Masquerain, and Specs Tachyon Cutter with Modest usually kills this thing as long as it's not Terra Water, although it probably would be into my team to be honest. Just 3 attacks, Focus Blast for Gambit, Endure Custap. The speed is for a max speed Modest Raging Bolt, but just otherwise bulky. Standard booster speed leaves, just enough speed for Lando I, it's pretty much max. Enough attack to have as much as I can while maintaining that booster speed, and then some HP in the back. And then last up, Dragalge Max Fizdef is my Ogerpon Wellspring check. It could be Stomping Tantrum or Zen Headbutt, but fingers crossed they don't have room for that. Or I just live somehow. Poison Point, if they like knock me off or U-turn on me, then I can at least what's the word? Poison them. What do I expect to see? Literally anything. I think anything in this game can show up. Top 6 are all good. I think Shell Smash Blastoise is pretty strong into me. Bronzong is pretty great. Komala is obviously great for Spectre. Masquerain, Webs, sure. And then Salazzle, maybe it shows up. It's pretty bad into Dragalge, but you know, it can Corrosion Toxic it, so who knows. What do we see though? Spoilers. At least it wasn't the end of the game, so you didn't see the result. We see the top 6. Trick Room Diancie. Oh well, I'm not cutting that out. I'm leading Spectre here because it leads pretty well into half the team. And then I can switch out on the other half. So we see Lando lead. I'm thinking this could be Scarf. I very much considered staying in to Wisp this thing, but if it's Scarf Crunch and just Okos me turn 1, it's really unfortunate for me. Because then what's my play from there? Like go Lando and get up my rocks, I guess. Can't really go Keldeo because then forces like me to make predictions. I don't like that. Or maybe I can go Dragalgy, but anyways. I didn't want to stay in data crunch, so I go hard Lando. As my opponent just goes right for the U-turn, which was very surprising to me, because I thought, okay, now something else gets wisped, or if this isn't Scarf, now you get wisped, and judging by the damage, they're actually physical. So I was very surprised to see the U-turn play there. I thought they might attack. Because if I could like sub up there, and you don't break my sub with U-turn, definitely a surprising play to see. But also, it's hard to click sub there. So I get it. They can bring out Wellspring here, which is pretty unfortunate for me. This is just forced Dragalgy. They SD, they should not be able to kill me. There's Zen Headbutt, which is a lot, but they're actually not max attack, so I live. I can Sledge Bomb for decent chip. Really wishing I was adaptability here. That Sledge Bomb would have done a lot more damage. Do I get the poison? I don't. Poison would have been nice. Pretty much forced to sack this thing here. They are in range of foul play from Spectre though, because they're +2. Otherwise it would be a roll. Gambit comes in, reveals max HP, or close to it, and I can Wisp as a Kowtow. Should I have gone hard Keldeo and saved health on Spectre? Maybe, but I wanted this thing burnt as well, because it helps Iron Leaf set up late game. So I now go into Keldeo. I get hit by Kowtow. Justified boost, I'm not physical. And I didn't want to click Secret Sword here because it's so easy to go Annihilate. So I make a mistake, and I click that third move on my set. Baton Pass. I have an attack boost, and it happened the turn before. So I low-key cheated here by clicking Baton Pass. It didn't end up mattering, as you'll see. But shouldn't have done that. That's on me. So yeah, I Baton Pass here. They just end up staying in. I'm assuming they're Trappleberry at this point. They would live a Secret Sword. Maybe not Aura Sphere though. And then yeah, a bunch of text. I go Iron Crown because I'm figuring they're probably not clicking a dark move into Keldeo. If they have Zen Headbutt, they'll click it. Otherwise, maybe they Swords Dance. I don't know. Although I don't think Swords Dance is a good play because you just add a Secret Sword into Vacuum Wave. So I'm thinking they attack with Zen Headbutt here if they have it. They do just Swords Dance though, which was surprising to me. This thing does data Focus Blast, so I'm going to click it. Didn't hit though. And they Kowtow. It's pretty bad. I'm going to go back to Keldeo here. Just figuring they probably want to Sucker Punch me. They do. And now I can kill this thing with Secret Sword after it's taken some burn chip. They are Choppleberry, but they do die. Alright, that was not a good course of events. I cheated, and I lost most of my health on Iron Crown. It is in Custap Berry range, though, which is nice. So maybe that'll get me out of, like, an Annihilate sweep or something, I don't know. They go into Landorus. I click Baton Pass here because I'm figuring they're Scarf, or they're going to double into Ogerpon. Because they want the Surf heal. So I click Baton Pass, but they just stay in and they're not Choice Scarf. So now I have to switch into this thing. So I go Landorus because that's all I have. And they just go for U-turn, which again was so surprising to me because I can just stay in and surf them and they've lost their Landorus for what? Because I'm faster than them. They're not Choice Scarf, as we saw with that Baton Pass. So I'm getting outplayed here. Gonna need some more chip for Iron Leaves to win the game. If I get up rocks, Raging Bolt should die to +2 CC. Landorus is a roll to die to +2 Psyblade. And Annihilate should die to +2 Psyblade. And then Diancie, depending on Terra, could get hairy. So I'm really hoping to get some chip, get our Brox here, and then I should be good. But Ogerpon comes in. I've lost my switch into this thing. My only thing faster than it is Spectre. I do have Custap Berry Psychic to kill it. And I make a pretty bad play here. I know I live this this Ivy Cudgel because of the Zen Headbutt damage. Although I think during the game I was actually calcing and I forgot I didn't intimidate them, so I thought I lived anyways. But I did live. And I get up, not my rocks here, but I click U-turn to kill this. And now my land is at 5%. I was not thinking long term about how important rocks were here, because Landorus will not die to +2 Psyblade with no chip. It'll put it in range of Vacuum Wave from Keldeo, which is important, but I'd rather have just gotten rocks up and probably lost my Landorus here, or saved it to get an Earthquake off later and sack something else. So yeah, Wellspring goes down, I bring in Keldeo as Diancie comes in. I Secret Sword this thing just to see, I figure it's probably Terra Water. It is. Moonblast will kill me, but I don't feel like there's much I can do otherwise. They Trick Room. This is tricky for me. I thought they were pretty much guaranteed quite a few kills here, unless I can switch around them pretty well. Moonblast kills me. Moonblast does not kill Iron Crown, which is important. Vacuum Wave into Custap Berry Psychic will not kill. So even if I go Iron Crown and my Custap Berry Psychic off, I can't bring in Keldeo to Vacuum Wave after, and they kill pretty much everything on my team except Iron Leaves. And I kind of need Iron Leaves health. So I'm going to have to switch around this thing. I go into Iron Crown, take the Moonblast. Do I get the special attack drop? No. I also need this thing chipped down though for Iron Leaves to kill it. So I decide to just rip my Custap Berry Psychic and sack my Iron Crown. So I get a crit. That is huge. Now they died a Vacuum Wave. That mattered immensely. Did I miss a Focus Blast? Yes, but this really is bringing me back into the game. It's suddenly not looking terrible. Keldeo can Vacuum Wave to kill. They still turn a Trick Room up, so they bring in Raging Bolt. I just Vacuum Wave, figuring they're going to kill me with Thunderbolt here. They Draco, expecting maybe me to switch to Iron Leaves. Now they're -2 special attack. And I am going to Vacuum Wave again, just to chip this thing down. But they go Annihilate, makes sense. I need to be very careful with this thing. If it is Choice Scarf Rage Fist, I'm very close to losing this endgame. It's faster and kills 3 of my mons. Iron Leaves is really all I have against it. Otherwise, unless I can somehow get Landorus healthy enough with leftovers to take a Rage Fist, which is unlikely. They just Rage Fist, reveal Scarf. I bring in Iron Leaves. I can 2-hit KO this thing. I am faster than it. And I'm hoping I'm out of range of something after this Rage Fist. But this was a misplay. I click Psyblade. I know their Choice Scarf. I power up their Rage Fist. I know that I won't kill them. And they crit me with a boosted Rage Fist. Had I just clicked Swords Dance there, this crit would have only done 33%. And then I could have killed them the next turn and live any hit from something. Raging Bolt is a roll to kill. Actually, I think Close Combat does just kill them. And then Landorus, I would have been able to Psyblade, not kill, put them in range of Vacuum Wave. Although Vacuum Wave, Keldeo's dead, never mind. They are slower than Spectre though, so Spectre could have been faster, killed them. And then Raging Bolt, maybe I'd have to play some Thunderclap shenanigans. Mano's also faster, should be at least, and can Earthquake them. So I probably had this endgame if I didn't Psyblade there. Really should have just clicked Swords Dance. Very big oversight by me. I Psyblade this next turn, they keep Annihilate because it literally wins the game now, as long as they can kill Iron Leaves, which they can, because I cannot 2-hit KO this Raging Bolt. They take me out, and unless I can sub up on Spectre and kill Annihilate, I lose the game. I go Spectre, I click sub, figuring it's as good of a chance as ever. They didn't Thunderclap, but they do Volt Switch, which did not break my sub. But I cannot do enough damage to Lando to keep my sub up. So this is pretty much a guaranteed Scarf Ape endgame. I bring in Lando, trying to get it healthy to live a Rage Fist. That's my only play. I can't get another sub up on Spectre. Really wishing I was leftovers now. And then yeah, Rage Fist is just going to clean it up. And just like that, Jamarcus 28 loses in 28 turns. Wasn't terribly happy with the team I brought. Was not happy with how I played either. I think it was winnable. The crit Rage Fist probably didn't matter. Draco would have killed me anyways. If I would have just Sword Stance, I would have been in a much better spot. My bad for clicking Baton Pass with a stat boost. Didn't matter in the long run, but I should know the rules by now. I think SPDA Lando made sense. Trigalgy made sense. Iron Leaves, I'm happy about Iron Leaves and not Farigiraf. The Crown set, the Spectre set, wasn't totally happy with. I think my opponent played better, brought better sets. They deserve to win. GG. That's gonna do it for the horses. We made it semis, which was a lot better than I was expecting. I remember I faced Maki week 1 with Mono Dragon and thought, okay, this is the only week I can win. I'm gonna really try. And then I went on a 7-game streak. Lost to Frozone, but still made playoffs. And then we lost in semis. That's 3 playoffs losses in the last month for me, which is a little unfortunate, but you know what? I had a good time. Thank you, MSR, for commissioning, and sorry for the ping mid-game saying like, "Oh, I cheated. I'm sorry." But let's look at the team. So 17 kills. This is including playoffs on Spectre and Keldeo. These are 2 of my best performing Pokemon ever. Best of all time in SPDA. The only Pokemon that's ever done better for me is my first time using Terapagos. As you can see here, hopefully. Yeah, 23 kills, and 20 of those were main season, regular season. But anyways, very much liked using Spectre or Keldeo. Gonna have to try that duo again on a better team. I think with Spikes, I think with a Dark type, this team could have been really good. But sometimes you gotta meme, Pretty happy with the team. Not gonna do it again. It's a one and done sort of thing. Lando's good, very good mon. I want to use it again. I've used it twice now, once with Terra in Nat decks and once here. I think it's one of the best stealth rockers in draft. It's really good at getting up rocks, although you have to click rocks, unlike I did this game. Had I gotten up rocks, don't know that it would have really made a huge difference. It would have made a difference if I clicked Swords Dance instead of Psyblading and boosting the Annihilate Rage Fist that they were locked into. Iron Crown was okay. Not a huge fan of it. Always feels like it's just super weak to priority. I can never bring like agility weakness policy sets. So I just brought AV a lot of the time, which was fine. I did bring it every week though. Iron Lace was good. I'm not going to draft it again anytime soon, but it's a good Terra Captain. Dragalge's good. Everything else was whatever. Farigiraf's actually not bad though. I suppose we'll do a little wrap up here too. 101 games. My quarterfinals game with the horse team was my 100th game. This is my first year of draft pretty much over. I think my first draft game against Skipper was like early June last year. So pretty much my first year of draft is over. I dipped below 80% win rate. A little salty about that. Oh well. 3 cups. It's been a while since I got one though. I'm a little overdue. I was really thinking between the 3 divisions here, DDL, Mafia Season 2, and Master Ball Season 2. I would have gotten one, but no. Misplays, bringing bad teams, and getting a little unlucky at times. But that's the game we play, right? Keldeo nearly passing Terapagos, which I'm really surprised with actually, of how good this thing has been doing for me. These are both Pokemon I love to use, and I'll definitely be drafting them again. So, who knows who'll have the top spot in the next 6 months? I don't know. Maybe it'll be a new mod. Maybe I'll try Spectre again and get 17 kills. It was a good time. That's it for SPDA for me until next season. Unless we do a little off-season thing, which, who knows. I've got 2 divisions in Kiyoma's league. The, what's it called? I should know this, the MDC, Mafia Draft Championship. And then I'm just beginning a draft in Harvey's league, who I played in DDL. the HCL, and I just drafted Dragapult, so because I got first pick. So we got another Dragapult season coming up. So this 14th place, I'm hoping to bump up to top 5 probably. Actually, definitely top. If I don't get 4 kills with Pult in 8 weeks, something's wrong with me. Looking forward to using Pult again. Draft analysis for that coming in probably a week once we're done draft. I don't know how long it'll take. I've probably been talking long enough, right? 20 minutes? Yeah, that'll do. Get the ad revenue. I'm not monetized. Never will be. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.